It's that moment. Your speaking aid is right in the corner and you don't know what to do. Well, I'm here to help you understand how to crack the speaking exam. So let's just jump into the topic. Hey, it's your host Arunjoyson. So welcome to a new video of AJ Vlogs. So, major update, I'm actually working as a speaker trainer in one of the IELTS coaching centers. So yes, I'm actually an earning member of the family, so that's a good thing, and it's one of the proudest moments in my life, to be honest. So I have seen many people struggling for speaking. Think like speaking is so hard, man. I don't know how to do this. It's so hard. I want to just pass. I need to get something 7 and 8. Yeah, but bro, see, you need to struggle a bit. Like it's like a mixture. You need to mix a certain amount of dedication, certain amount of confidence, and a certain number of little amount of kind of like an information stuff. You can say like a knowledge thing. If you have this, your speaking will be like perfect. Okay. So at the end of the video, I'll be actually giving you the overall speaking session thing, like how it's going to happen, how much section will be given, and how much you have to answer to each of the section. All right. That's kind of like a bonus thing for the video. Yeah, it's kind of like a bonus thing. So anyway, let's just jump into the topic. So the first tip that I would like to give you is use your imagination. Well, what I mean by imagination is like for speaking, you may get something like questions based on your experience, or maybe not. So you should be able to answer the question even if you haven't experienced it. So for that, you literally need imagination. So without imagination, I don't think you'll actually succeed in it. So you have to try to make up something. You have to try to cook up on the spot. So don't forget to use your imagination. Now the second tip that I would like to give you is be confident. The main thing of being confident is, if you're being a confident person, the person who's the invigilator, the person who's going to hear you speaking, will also feel comfortable to listen to you. Because confidence is kind of like a boost in the system. It actually enhances the way you speak without you even knowing it. So you have to be confident. It's a tough moment in life, because those 20 minutes of speaking may be a tough thing. You might get scared, you might start shivering and stuff, but trust me, you have to try to be confident. If you're being confident, that 20 minutes will be the best thing of your life. Plus, you'll achieve the score that you really want. So don't mess up with your confidence. Try to get more of it. There are a lot of things, as well as tips and tricks on how to be confident, how to get up, how to kill your worries and stuff. But remember, be confident. Now, the third tip that I would like to give you is body language. Yes, it's true. You need to have a good body language in order to talk to a person. Because if you're lacking a body language and you have a well-speaking thing, it's not a good thing. Seriously, both should go hand in hand. You should not let your body language go down and your speaking go high. You have to take it equally. So, body language, you might start thinking, how can you improve your body language? Because you're actually sitting and having conversation. But if you're standing, you can actually show the actions that I'm showing now. It's like your hands are going here and there. Yes. But while sitting, what you can do, your face is actually a second mode of communication. Use your expressions. Okay. I don't mean like expression in the sense you have to talk and you see like, sound like that. Okay. It's, oh shit. Yeah. You have to like smile. You have to move your eyebrows. You have to show your expression, being excited, being sad. Sometimes you're actually going to talk about something sad. So you have to sort of like show that sadness in your face. Feel like so desperate and stuff. Sometimes if it's a happy moment, you have to smile. You have to like show your teeth sometimes to show it's kind of like an interesting way of communicating to one another. So the third tip is communicate. It's body language. Now the fourth tip that I would give you is dressing. Now, I don't mean this is the perfect one to go and dress for a speaking session, really. It's not a good thing. But just remember, just think this in your mind. Just keep it. The thing is, your speaking session, the exam actually is going to happen kind of like in a very formal way. Okay, there are a lot of coaching centers that do say that the speaking session is kind of like an informal talk and stuff like that. So people do get confused whether the dressing they have to put is kind of like a formal one or an informal one. Well, personally, I believe that you need to wear like a formal dress. Formal dress, I don't mean you need to put a coat, you need to put a tie and stuff. Just like a full sleeve shirt, it can be a plain shirt or something. And just put a full sleeve. Just avoid wearing shirts which has a lot of patterns and stuff. Wear a proper formal pants, insert it, and what else I'm not saying insert. Did I just say insert? Yeah. Inside it and keep it properly. Wear a formal shoe. It's actually a good thing to wear your dressing because there's a thought saying dressing is one of the most important things. It's not a thought. I just made it up. Wow. Your first impression is the best impression. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So remember that thing in your mind. It's actually one of the key things for showing a person about your way you dress, your personality, as well as it actually even shows the confidence level. So dress well, and that will be one of the best aces in. The fifth tip that I would like to give you is watch movies as well as listen to podcasts. This is one of the tips I guess everyone loves to do. Because you're like, it's using your time, it's kind of like doing the things that you really love to do, watching movies, listening to podcasts and stuff like that. It's actually one of the good things. If you're a person who's not doing that seriously, I really like to recommend you to do that because it will help you both in speaking as well as in listening. So you might wonder like, why are you watching these things? Why do you have to do it? Why do you have to listen to this? Well, the thing is, while seeing the movie, one, you understand the movie, okay? Second thing, you understand the way they speak, the accent, the words they use, the phrases they use, the sentences they construct and everything, which is actually one of the best gold mines. And if you're utilizing it well, it will help you in your speaking exam as well as for the rest of your life. Now, one plus point is, once you're doing this, like, it's not that it'll improve your speaking as well as it'll improve for your listening as well. Because in listening, there are times where you get something as a different accent. Maybe you might get a conversation between two people, both in Irish, or maybe in a Dutch accent. So you should be familiar with it. So the best thing I can say is actually to go and watch movies as well as listen to podcasts. Now the sixth tip that I would like to give you is mirror. Yes, you heard it right, mirror. You might be thinking like, why did I even say mirror? Am I nuts or something? Well, the fact is, mirror is actually one of the best things to help you improve your communication. That too by yourself as well as it will help you to talking in front of the public. Well, at my degree class, when I was at college, I really want to improve my English thing as well as like, not English thing, I really want to improve my speaking in English. So one of the ways that I've checked in the internet was talk to a mirror. I kind of felt it like really odd, like why do you have to talk to a mirror and how does it even improve it? Well, the fact is, when you look to yourself in the mirror, it's very hard for you to talk. It's hard for you to express yourself. Because once you start looking at the mirror, you look at yourself and either you might start giggling, you might start styling your hair, or maybe just look and show some face expressions and stuff. But just try talking. Let it try to talk in English. And if you succeed in talking in English, it will actually, I guarantee you, you can talk to any person at any place. So I really wish you guys do this, and if you guys tried this and you got some benefits or something, do mention in the comment box. It's actually one of the best things, like talking to a mirror and everything. I really suggest that if you're going to some kind of interview or maybe like going to do some speech or something, or before going to your exam itself, just spend 15 or 20 minutes in front of a mirror and keep on talking. Talk about something. Either talk about the exam thing or just talk about your day, talk about your love life, or maybe talk about the tragic things that happen in your life. It's actually one of a good exercise to improve your speaking. Now the final tip that I would like to give you is say thank you and sorry. Well, since I'm an Indian person, I'm an Indian person, so I have seen that when people say thank you for everything, the other person say like, Yendine thank you. Why man? Why bro? Why do you want to say thank you? And if you say like sorry for anything, they say like, why sorry man? Why sorry? It's like a thing in India because you don't say thank you, you don't say sorry, which is actually kind of a bad thing. Because if you're writing an IELTS exam with the main intention of going abroad, either to study or maybe to get a PR or something like that. Or maybe you just watch this video in order just to know how you're going to speak to people over there. The thing that I would keep in mind is you have to use thank you as well as sorry. It's one of a courtesy of an English person. And if you have to literally say that, it's one of the most important thing in abroad countries, or you can say like kind of like an alien land. Yes, it's something like that. You have to do it because people do see it's kind of like a respect. Even if you take a small pen or maybe a pencil, you have to say thank you. If you just hit a person just lightly itself, you're like just going, oh, I'm sorry. You have to say that. But when people in India, they're like hit and they're like, why are you looking, man? You should not do that. You have to use thank you and sorry wherever you can. And one of the best thing, one fact I can give you is if you go to Canada, you can see that people use sorry and thank you for everything. It's like everything. They use it for every single thing. Even if you hit them by mistake, you still say sorry. And if a person just say like he smiles at you, might say thank you and stuff like that. So don't forget to say thank you and sorry. Now, I give you a thing. When you're going to exam, right, you might get your cue card, which is actually kind of like a section 2 part. Once the invigilator gives you the cue card, you have to say thank you. Don't forget that. Now, by mistake, you might just cough or you might just sneeze during the exam. Don't forget to say sorry. It's kind of like a good thing. The invigilator will actually notice that and he will write it down, which may help you to boost up your scores. So yes, we completed the tips. Now, coming to the bonus part. Now, you might be wondering how and speaking exam is being done. Well, what's the pattern? What's the structure? Well, basically, I can say like there are mainly 4 structures. One is section 0, section 1, 2, and 3. Now, what is section 0? It's kind of like an introduction section. The invigilator will ask you some basic questions. These are one of the most common questions that I'm going to say to you. One is, what's your name? Where do you live? Tell me something about your hometown. Can you tell me about your latest qualification? These are one of the 4 questions which are commonly asked. Okay, so you need to prepare this. It's like if you're a person who are scared to speak, by heart these 4 questions. This is one of the most common questions that's being asked in every exam. Now, after section 0, the introduction section, you'll go to section 1. So here, the invigilator will say, let's talk about something. I mean, something in the sense, you might say like, let's talk about the sky, let's talk about the phone, let's talk about you, let's talk about your beautiful smile, and let's talk about studies. It's not a good topic, yeah. Let's talk about travel. This is a good topic, yeah. So, now I'll give you an example. I may ask you a question like, let's talk about the sky. Now, the question the topic, the sky, is one of the subjects. So, each speaker will give you the subject and he will ask the questions almost similar to it. So, in sky, I may ask you, do you like watching the sky? Do you like to see the stars? Which is the most best location to see the sky in your locality and stuff like that, and so on. And there is no limit. The person can ask how much questions ever he wants. There's no limit to it. It depends on the individual as well as your luck. Now, section 2 is the section where the invigilator will give you a cue card. Now, cue card is kind of like a situation round. It's like it gives you a situation and it gives you some sub-questions which you have to include while speaking. Now, you have to remember, you have to talk this section 2 for almost 2 minutes. You will be given 1 minute to prepare. Invigilator will actually give you a paper as well as a pen, so you can write down the points and everything. Later on, that paper will be thrown to the trash. It won't be actually considered as for your mark and stuff. It's nothing. It just goes to the base. It just goes like that. The section 3, the final section, is kind of like an essay round. I cannot say like an essay round since Indian people like essay. I'm saying that. It's like you have to answer the question in detail. It can be any question. I can ask you anything. One example that I can give is, do you like to use YouTube? So obvious answer would be like, yes, I like to use YouTube. Well, that should not be an answer. You have to keep on expanding it. Expanding and expanding. You have to say a lot of things about it. You have to say, yes, I like watching YouTube. YouTube have a lot of videos. YouTube is so fun. It has this channel thing, which is one of the best thing. People can actually create stuff, they can earn money. It's one of like a part-time thing. It's not a part-time thing, it's like an extra revenue that you can earn. It's very fun, it's a good family, it's a good community, and so on and so on. You have to keep on elaborating it. So this is the place where your first step, the imagination, will come into place. You have to keep on imagining. Now, the things what I want to say need not be the perfect thing, or you can actually make up things. It's totally fine. But even though you're making things up, you have to remember second tip, that is speak in confidence. If you are making things and you're kind of like scared, it'll actually be seen in your face. So the invigilator understands some tricky thing is happening between us, it's kind of like a fishy way of speaking. So remember to speak in confidence. So these are the tips and tricks you need to remember while going for a speaking exam. So it's a sad thing, we reached the end of this video and I'm kind of very sad. It's kind of like a saddest moment of now. It literally takes like 1 week or maybe 2 weeks to create a new video. Yeah, it's a bad thing. It's a sad thing for me. It's kind of like, I feel like kind of emotional. Yeah, so anyway, remember these tips. Don't take this thing lightly. Speaking exam is one of the important thing in IELTS. And that's the exam where you can score a lot of marks. You really don't need to mess it up. Okay? Now, after an IELTS exam, don't forget these tips because this will be needed for your next big leg of journey. That is to different countries. If you're going to meet people, you need to speak like this. Okay? So, this is me, Arunjoyson, and do follow me on Instagram. That is it's like _AJ_identity. Yeah, I did mention that in the description box. You can actually look into that. I'm not a Facebook user, so no, I don't like it. I dropped it like almost 3 or 4 years back. So yeah, it's only there on Instagram. So you want to follow me, do follow me and DM me about something if you want any help or something. If you want, you guys can actually suggest some topics on the comment box so that I can actually get these topics and I'll make some videos based on it. Alright, so this is the end. So thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so I can get something. Thanks, mate.